Hello, welcome aboard Nigel with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench on this bloody baking hot Tuesday. It's not quite as hot as it was yesterday, I don't think, but it's horrible. It's horrible for Dotty and it's rubbish for modelling. Anyway, if you were lucky enough to get one of these, this is the Airscale Pro Boulton Paul Defiant, which I'm currently building. And as soon as the weather cools down, which should be in the next couple of days, I'll be able to get some painting done. The next thing I'll do on this model is get some painting done in the cockpit. But I'm not doing any spraying of any high detail parts in this sort of weather because the paint will just go down and it will just dry and it will be like gravel. So and when you've got parts as beautifully detailed as these are, I want to make sure the paint's going to stay wet. Yes, I could do it at night, but then I got the extractor on with the window open. Everybody else has got their windows open. It's just not fair. So you have to consider other people sometimes. So, all the time. So if you've got one of these, you would have recently received an email from Peter over at Airscale saying that there was a little bit of a defect, a problem coming. This silly hot weather we've been having, apparently it's proved that the heat and the weight of the model and undercarriage has proved to combine and make the undercarriage not strong enough. So rather than just turn his back or or tell us to go and buy some aftermarket undercarriage legs, he's actually come up with a solution himself. And he's worked hard at it and he's said he'd get it out. And here we are, it's July the 1st, and here it is, it's been delivered. And this is the Airscale update for the undercarriage. I wish all manufacturers would do this. Some do, but not many. Lots of manufacturers make changes, but they don't actually retrofit old kits. So it's beautiful and great that Peter's done this. There's also a couple of extra bags. There's one extra bag in here as well, which is a nice touch. So we'll have a look at this first of all. This is these are mirrors, okay? And it says on here, mirrors are not just for the ladies. We missed this first time around, so try your luck with this super fragile part attached to the rear of the canopy frame. So you can see here on this. Let me get it out of the bag. We don't have the reflections. Okay, you can see on here there are two rectangular mirrors on the inside of the cockpit framing there, or the windscreen framing, and Peter has given us these here. So you can see there's those two mirrors. So beautifully done, super fragile. It's got like an L section in it as well. I'm assuming this is the face. This is going to face the cockpit, because the mirrors are there sticking out. Generally the mirrors they used in World War II, I think, were taken off of cars. Certainly one of the famous Spitfires had a door mirror or wing mirror off an MG on it, didn't it, or something. So there we go. So that's a little extra for us. And then in here we've got another bag, and this is a few words about the update, and it just shows Peter's comedian side to things. So we got emergency shit happens repair. Okay, read instructions carefully. Boulton Paul Defiant Mk.1, slide in and cement brass tube. Alright, so here we have our wardens have reported a gremlin. Despite months of testing and production, this model kit was beset with a sinking feeling in its under regions. A field modification has been approved and must be undertaken before enemy action. Okay, so there we go. And there is the modification. We have two brass tubes, and then here we have, you're not expected to drill your undercarriage legs, don't worry. We have new undercarriage legs, and just like in the kit, it looks like they're printed as one. Yes, they are. And this brass leg is going to slot into there. Okay, it looks like it needs a bit of a clean out. Yeah, it's got a bit of flash or something in there. So it's going to need a bit of a clean out with a drill. So what I'll do is I'll just measure this. It looks like 2mm to me. Yes, it is. It's 2mm. And luckily I've got a drill here which is set up at all times with a 2mm drill. So we can come along here. There we go. It was just this one bit of, it's like one little bit of flash or something in there. That's all it is. And now that will slot down in there. Yeah, it's obviously going to need a bit more of a clean out. It's funny, the drill's going straight in and turning, which is 2mm, but the brass I think the brass has got a bit of a, yes it has, it's got a bit of a burr on it. So there we go. We are modelers, guys. We don't worry about things like this. There we go. That's going to go. I'm not going to push it all the way in, so I won't be able to get it back out again. But this is the shit happens box. Okay. Sorry if you're offended by bad language, but that's just the way it is. Okay. Probably best drill that out with a 2.1 or something. Give some clearance for the glue to go down. You can see that one's falling in and out now. So there we are. Okay. So get that in there. Don't put glue on first. I would recommend put those in, okay, and then wick some extra thin super glue down there. Not tiny extra thin, some extra thin super glue. Let that go around and that'll be enough to support your legs. But make sure, oh, they're coming right through there at the bottom. Okay, that's good news. So the hole is actually through, it's not a blind hole. So you can actually put that brass tube in there and glue it from the bottom. That's even better. Brilliant. Okay, so we know it's going all the way down through. I would imagine that this here is the weak spot. I'd imagine that's there where they're flexing. Okay, but yeah, nice job, well done. So obviously this has been tested, so we now have that to move forward. I noticed in the email Peter said if you've actually already built the model up to that step, which I doubt many people have, then get in touch and I'm sure he'll sort you out with replacement parts, whatever you need. That didn't go in there, did it? No, it didn't. So there we are. So there's our beautiful Airscale repair. So thank you very much, Peter. You are an absolute total star for giving us this and also chucking in some mirrors as well. So there we are. Thank you for watching, guys. If you've got one of these and you haven't had an email from Peter, I can't think why. Then I suppose there could be a case of if he hadn't sent your kit out before this was discovered, he may just add this into your kit anyway and then post it rather than having to pay the postage again. But very, very good response to a problem. He hasn't tried to hide it, hasn't just turned his back to it. It's absolutely brilliant. And also he's gone back and retrospectively replaced all the parts in the purchase kits as well. So thank you very much, Peter. I will speak to you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.